Sorry, I'm making sure I'm all set up here. I am solo again tonight. Lindsey literally just now got home with the kids. She took them to get their haircuts tonight. She's getting them all through the tub and getting them all ready for bed. And Thursday is going to be our new regularly scheduled day for our live streams here on YouTube. And from here on out, she's going to be joining us. And we have lots of videos planned too, guys. We're just finally now completely settled in. I mean, we were all moved in before, but now we have all the kids in school. I'm working, and we have lives kind of back to normal now. So hopefully that means, actually not hopefully, because it does mean that there's going to be a lot more time for new videos to come in the very near future. Again, thanks for joining tonight. Make sure you hit that like button on this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm, lets a lot more people see the video, and gets a lot more questions answered. So really appreciate it if you guys can do that for me. Just looking at the chat here, I see we got a lot of people that started before me. So welcome to everybody. One of the questions I see is, did you get your Amazon stuff order straightened out, says Karen. And yes, we did. Lindsey's parents actually picked up one of the packages because it wasn't so big that was at our house in Wisconsin and sent it to us. So thank you to them. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Cliff, for sending that to us. And then the bigger packages we had somebody return those to the U-Haul store there, and I reordered them on Amazon, and they're not here yet. I also ordered the kids' school uniforms online from the Children's Place and forgot to change our address on there because we do a lot of shopping online through the Children's Place. So it had our old address in there. Had those sent to our house in Wisconsin. My parents were nice enough to pick those up and send those to us. So that's going to be definitely on one of the new tip videos for when you first move to Florida, is to make sure you change all your addresses for your online shopping, because so many of us are just so used to just, ship to that address and just don't even think about it, and then things get shipped to the wrong place. So that was a big deal. I'm going to skip ahead, guys, because I'm going to get way behind if I go back and start answering all the questions from the beginning. So if I miss a question of yours, just make sure that you re-ask it if I don't answer it. And again, I want to remind you guys, if you want to support our channel, you can do it at no cost to yourself. Go down to the description of this video and our last live, and every new video we're going to put out from here on out, there's an Amazon link in there, and that will take you to, I think it's still a pair of sunglasses. Now, you don't have to buy those sunglasses, but if you plan on doing any shopping at all on Amazon, and you click on our link first and then do your shopping, a certain amount of your shopping is going to come back to us, which helps us buy new equipment and just keep giving you guys the videos and going to places in Florida that you want to see. So if you're going to do shopping on Amazon, click our link down below. Would really appreciate it. Would really help us out. I'm going to hop in here again, guys. If I miss your question, just re-ask it and I'll get to it. Aaron says, in Florida, when you do a rental or buy, is it free to use an agent, and are you still doing real estate? Yes, it is free to use an agent. You can do one to either rent or buy a house. The only time you're going to pay for a real estate agent is if you're selling a house, and then you have to pay the commission. It's pretty standard everywhere. Or if you have a place to rent, there's usually like a finder's fee if a real estate agent brings in a person. Right now, my real estate license in Florida is inactive. I have to do like 14 hours of continuing education because I let it go to inactive when we moved back to Wisconsin. I do plan on doing that very soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump right into real estate as far as being a buyer's agent and taking people out to see houses, but I'm definitely gonna get my real estate agent so I'm able to refer all you guys that are looking to buy houses or rent places to qualified real estate agents, awesome real estate agents all throughout the state. And Alicia, what is up? And Alicia, you know what? I got some beer here. This is from Wicked Weed Brewing. And I think this is actually a Texas brewery. So if anybody's in Texas, let me know if you're familiar with this beer. Let me double check, see if I can find it on here quick. Never mind, it's North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. This is called Coastal Love Hazy IPA. Michael says, do you ever feel guilt from unsupportive family? I don't really feel guilt from it. Most of our family's been really supportive. We've been lucky with that. So no, I don't really feel guilt from it. Dan says, when are we having a beer? That's what I want to know. Dan, When are you going to be in the area? Let's have a beer. I'm always down to have a beer. This is pretty good, I think. I had one of these last night. Yeah, this is the one. This is a good one. I like that. Frank says, asked earlier, help a dispute with the wife. I don't want to get on anyone's bad side. We are moving into March. U-Haul or pod? Which is better? Well, it depends what you're looking for, Frank. Now, U-Haul is probably going to be the cheaper price. Pod has a little bit more flexibility. U-Haul, obviously, you got to pack, you got to move it yourself, and you have limited time because a U-Haul, I think from the time you pick it up until you have to drive it, unload it, and drop it back off, only gives you, well, depending on where you're coming from, we came from the Midwest, Wisconsin, they give us 5 days from the date we picked it up until we had to drop it off here in Florida. It's not a lot of time. With a pod, at least you're able to, I think it's like 30 days as they give you from the time they drop it off at your house. You can load it up and then they'll drive it to your destination or store it for up to 30 days. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's actually used a pod, but I'm pretty sure that's a standard time frame that you get from when they drop it off until they're actually going to deliver it and you have to have it unloaded from your house. Plus, there's a lot more options for like storing your stuff if you're moving to a new construction or something, it's not ready. It gives you the flexibility to change some dates a little bit. Jennifer says, is it cheaper to live North or South Florida? I would definitely say, depending on where you're at, anywhere by the coast is going to be more expensive, but North Florida I'd say is cheaper than South Florida for sure. Fernando says, what are the sites that you recommend to find a good and trusted rentals? All right. I recommend Realtor.com. I recommend Zillow. I recommend Trulia. And this last go around, the rentals are so few and far in between right now. We actually found that, I think it's Rent.com and HotPads.com had a lot of stuff on them. And those are all pretty much, it's going to be hard for people to put scams on there because you have to actually pay for the ads. Someone that's out to scam you is going to probably do it on Craigslist or Facebook. Dennis lives in India but wants to move to Florida. Indiana. Okay, I was going to say India. That's a far away place there, Dennis. But Indiana. Sounds good, Dennis. Thanks for joining us. Tiffany says, we told family over the weekend and they were somewhat supportive, but we aren't leaving yet, so we will see. You know, it's always a shock, Tiffany, right away. It's a shock to them, and sometimes it takes people a little bit of time to come around, but I suspect that they will. And if you said they're supportive already, they're just going to be more supportive as time goes on. What's up, Martin? Kim, hi there. We moved from Ohio to Florida the weekend of July 4th this year, and we're loving it. Glad to hear that, Kim. Glad you are enjoying it. PR says, hi, nice to have the live. We are moving back to Florida in 5 weeks. Second time moving to Florida, now 5, expecting our 6th. That sounds familiar, you know? Good to hear that you're moving back to Florida. Where are you moving to? David, what is up? He says it was 70 degrees in Richmond, Virginia today. Oh my Lord. But my daughter Ava would still like to know if it if it is snowing in Florida. She would also like to say hi to her Florida with 5 friends. Well, hello, Ava. Thank you for joining us if you're watching with Dad tonight. It will snow in Florida from time to time, usually never south of Tampa and rarely north of Tampa in Florida, although it happens on rare occasion. But chances are it's not going to snow. Elle says, my family and I will be moving mid-February, accepted a job in Orlando and looking at a rental in Claremont. Any recommendations as far as a rental? Gotta watch it. The market is hot right now and prices are still going up, it seems. I still keep an eye on it, and there's not a lot of availability. So if you see something you like, you should jump on it. It says you're moving February. You know, it's already December. Depending on what your financial situation is like, it might be worth looking into it right now, trying to find a place just to secure it so that you have something and your future isn't up in the air, so to speak. If you can afford to rent something out for January, you know, it's not a bad idea to start looking now just so that when you see something, you can jump on it because there's not a lot out there. Yeah, PR, Hot Pads was great. So was Rent.com. Frank, wife and kids are upstairs getting ready for bed. Again, like I said, I just wanted to start getting a consistent live going here, even though our lives have been crazy and we haven't got completely settled in yet. Although I think we are completely settled in now. Like I stated earlier, I started work, the kids started school, we're completely unpacked. We're starting to get life a little bit more normal, I guess. So now that we have this consistent Thursday schedule set, Lindsey will be joining us from here on out. It's just a matter of getting our kids in the routine and everything. Idalia says, what about Palm Bay? I'm looking into that area. I'm already in Boca Raton, but looking to purchase. Palm Bay, from what I hear, is great. I've driven through it. I spent some time working there, and I actually like the area. And actually, we know some people that live there, and they enjoyed it as well. Anthony says, hey, congratulations on moving back. Thank you, Anthony. Me and my family moved to Tampa from Kansas City back in May. We watch your videos all the time, and it helped us make the move. Thanks, buddy, and cheers. Cheers to you, Anthony. Glad that you guys made the move and are loving it. Madison, oh shoot. I'm building in Palm Bay now, but prices here in Palm Bay have risen a lot. Yeah, prices everywhere are rising a lot. More so in the coastal towns for sure than in mid-Florida, but even in mid-Florida, they're definitely rising. I saw something last week, I think, that said real estate prices in Florida over the past year have risen more than 20%, and that's unheard of almost. PR is moving to Largo. I love the area. Stephanie says we live in Michigan and want to move ASAP, but have a hard time leaving our nice house knowing we may not get one in Florida with current prices. Do you see it leveling out anytime soon? It's got to. It definitely has to. And you know what, Stephanie? How much time do you spend inside in the wintertime in Michigan? Because you're not going to spend a lot of time in your house in Florida. Chances are you're going to spend a lot of time outside of your house, so you got that to look forward to. Jesus says, hi there, glad to see you back. Thanks, buddy. M says, how long do you guys debate moving to Florida the first time? Was moving to Florida something you all wanted to do for a while and then just decided to take the leap? It is. It's not something that... it's something we had tossed around. We kind of always felt like we wanted to move somewhere. I think we discussed this a little bit in our last live video. We had talked about other warm areas, I guess, other warm states. Florida was a dream, I guess, but I actually out of the blue kind of got offered a job. And this was before we moved the first time. It was a couple years prior to that. I got offered this job down there, and I actually turned it down because the situation wasn't right. I believe this was back in 2017, maybe early 2018. It wasn't right. And then come 2019, I found a better job. The situation was right, and we moved, and we fell in love. In situations, or that situation didn't work out, I guess, as far as our move. Like you guys know who've been following us. Lindsey got pregnant. She has health issues that we felt more comfortable moving back to Wisconsin. But you know what? Here we are again because Florida is our home and it's where we want to be. Douglas was 67 a day in Syracuse, New York. That's crazy, man. That's nonsense. Nia says, how much would you say is a good budget to spend on a full day exploring a beach town to do activities? Well, depends what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go out on excursions and stuff, it's going to be expensive. I guess, what are you looking to do, Nia? Are you looking to go on like a fishing charter? Because those run you about $400 for a half day. If you're just wanting to walk around on the beach and maybe go to some restaurants, have some drinks, do some swimming, stuff like that, it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money, just whatever your lunch bill is going to be. Shopping, obviously, depends on what you want to buy. What kind of activities are you looking to do? And I'll give you a little bit better idea. How big is your family? Lydia says, I'll be moving in June from Ohio. I can't deal with the weather anymore. I'm an island girl from Puerto Rico who needs a beach and warm weather. I'm looking to rent near Claremont and then buy a house. Lydia, Claremont is awesome. We absolutely love it so far. The sunsets here are so beautiful because you got the hills in the background. We have a lake view out of our house that we can see the sunsets over. It's so great. We're going to post pictures pretty soon, trust me. Congratulations, by the way. PR says in Minnesota we had 60 degrees yesterday and it dropped to 20 degrees overnight. Yeah, that's a good Midwest winter weather, right? Or late fall, early winter weather for sure. GNS says, what are good construction companies down there? What's the average wage for dump truck drivers and operators? Are you looking for construction companies to like build a house? Are you looking for construction companies to work for? And if so, are you looking for general contractors or what kind of subcontractor? You know, there's a lot of questions that go into that. Average wage for dump truck drivers and operators. I would probably say you're looking probably somewhere in the mid $20 range, but that's not to say you should accept something like that. I always say to sell yourself wherever you're at now, hone your skills, find a specific skill that you can get really good at, and then you can demand a little bit higher wage than what they're starting everybody else out at. Viewers Network says, I've been missing you guys' videos. Did you all leave Florida and move back? Yeah, man. Or girl, I guess. I don't know what you are. But we moved out of Florida back in late March of this year and then came back on Thanksgiving. So it was only about 7 months. Is that about right? Yeah, a little over 7 months maybe that we were out of the state of Florida. But we are back here full time and absolutely loving it. Joe's shirt closet. What's up, Eric? Hello, Eric. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. No problem. I've seen your videos in the past. I'm happy to be here also. I'm subscribing to your channel. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Anybody that hasn't yet, you're going to want to subscribe to our channel because we are about to post tons more videos. Lindsey and I have like 3 or 4 videos already that we have laid out that we're going to shoot in the near future. And we have some places that we're going that we're going to shoot some videos that we think you guys are really going to enjoy. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe down below because you don't want to miss out on these videos that are coming up. Lacey says, I'm at work, can't get to fully enjoy. Well, Lacey, you know what? There's always the replay. You got questions, type them out right now. If you got to go, I'll make sure I answer them or you can catch them in the replay. And Alicia says, my beer is called Fathead's Brewery Special Operation. Ooh, that sounds like a beer that I would love. Did you buy it specifically to watch the live show, Annalicia? Because that would be awesome. Viewers Network says, what's the most affordable place to rent looking to spend $1,000 to $2,000? I mentioned earlier that North Florida is going to be a little bit cheaper than South Florida. If you're just looking to get into the state, again, like I said, Northern Florida for sure. Anything by the coast is going to be expensive, whether we're talking Gulf Coast or Atlantic Coast, all of it's expensive. Central Florida is starting to get expensive, but it's definitely a lot more affordable than the coastal cities, either to the Gulf or the East Coast, either side. So I guess $1,000 to $2,000 if you're moving by yourself, no problem. You know, I mean, you can get lots of 3-bedroom places even here in the Orlando area for less than $2,000 a month still. Nia says, I have family of 3, would really love to do a hotel, a full day at the beach, and dolphin tour. I heard beach towns can be a little pricey to spend the night. Here's a little secret, Nia. Don't stay right on the beach, okay? If you have a car or you want to rent, I mean, if you are driving and you have a car, we've done it many times where we go to Sarasota and we stay about 10 minutes from Siesta Key. And I'm trying to think what the name of the hotel is that we stay at. I think it's a Comfort Suites. I can't tell you exactly which one, but we absolutely love that hotel. Couldn't tell you what the prices are now, but last year we stayed there multiple times. It was less than $100 a night. And it was a great hotel. It had like 2 queen beds, and it had the little pull-out couch where you had another double bed. Like I said, less than $100 a night. You can definitely find dolphin tours in the Sarasota Siesta Key area. You're probably going to be looking at $40 to $50 a person. It's gonna be a couple-hour tour, but they're so cool. It's so fun to get out on the water and enjoy things like that. Plus, there's tons of dolphins in that area too. So, again, it's gonna be less than about $100 a night for a hotel in that area. And if you got a family of 3, you're talking about $150 for the tour. So that's $250. Add in some lunch and dinner. You're probably looking at spending maybe $400, and you'd have a great couple days. You okay, Sully? Annalicia says, truth, yes. Yeah, bought beer just for the show. That's awesome. Cheers, Annalicia. Jesus says, how do you guys get the Christmas spirit in Florida? Christmas is all over in Florida. You know, it's not, Christmas isn't all about snow and chilly weather. You know, it's about the activities you see around, everybody being in a good mood, everybody spreading the cheer, all the activities. And Florida does not disappoint with Christmas activities. I think the fact that there isn't snow here really hypes people up to having all these festivities because there's so much things to do. So many great light shows. If you follow us on Facebook, or if you don't follow us on Facebook, you should follow us on Facebook because we went to Night of a Million Lights last week in Kissimmee. They got over 3 million lights there. It's for a great cause. It's Give Kids the World Village in Kissimmee. It all the proceeds for that go to help terminally ill children and their families get dream vacations around Disney World. Great cause, tons of lights, spectacular activity to do in the holiday season. Again, there's like celebration around here that just has tons of Christmas spirit. They have the fake snow falling there every night in December. Huge Christmas tree, carriage rides. Here in Claremont, they have the Citrus Tower that's all lit up. They got light shows there every night, hot chocolate. So it's not like there's any shortage of things to do here for Christmas time in Florida. It's just that you get to enjoy them in a t-shirt. Went out of focus, says Frank. You know, I'm looking on my side here. I'm watching the live, and it looks good for right now. So hopefully it's fixed itself. Logan says, how's Lindsey doing this time around with being far away from family? Lindsey, I don't know if you're watching the live up there while you're tubbing the kids, but if you are, chime in and answer the question, I guess. But I think she's doing pretty well. You know, it's always hard leaving for sure. You get used to it after a while. It's something that takes an adjustment for sure, but so far so good, I would say.
Way better than last time.
She said way better than last time. I can hear her up there. David says, what? Still hard, I think she said.
You answered it really good. It still stinks being away from family, but it does get easier.
If you guys could hear her, she said, I answered it very well. That's all I heard. Just kidding. She said it stinks being away from family, but it's getting easier. David says, in regards to COVID, how different is Florida from Wisconsin? I wish Lindsey was down here with me to answer this. To be honest, I don't notice that much of a difference. I really think that people are being, I don't know what the word is, lackadaisical, I guess, as far as mask mandates and all that stuff, just as much in Wisconsin as they are in Florida. I don't really see that much of a difference. If I'm talking about percentage of people wearing masks in public places, I would say it's maybe a little bit more people wear masks in Wisconsin, but I would say in a grocery store, maybe 20% Wisconsin, maybe 10% in Florida. It's not that much different. It seems like everywhere, at least in the 2 states that we've lived in, that the schools aren't requiring masks anymore.
Eric,
Yes?
the kids actually said that more kids wear masks here at school than they did in Wisconsin.
Okay, so the mask mandate went off of Wisconsin schools back in October, at least the schools that we were in. And our kids are saying that there's more people wearing masks here in the Florida schools than there are people wearing masks in the Wisconsin schools. Neither one has a mandated total choice, but again, more people seem to be wearing the masks in Florida, according to the kids. Cheesehead loves flipping. Awesome, love the name. Just had Butch's Pizza and a spotted cow in your honor. Lindsey, you hear that?
Oh, Butch's!
Butch's Pizza and a spotted cow. You know, I'd eat some Butch's Pizza if you sent it to me in the mail, so you might want to consider trying that sometime because I miss Butch's Pizza. That's one thing for sure. GNS says, me and my wife are from Lorain, Ohio. We are looking to move to Florida in the next year, but I have to find dump truck or operator job with a reputable construction company first. GNS, what are you hoping to make, I guess, hourly in Florida? There's definitely a lot of construction companies, and you got to be a little wary of that because there are ones that just sometimes pop up and do a couple jobs and then disappear. Make sure you're with a reputable contractor. What is up, Clara from Parrish? Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you here. She said, so fun seeing y'all. So much fun since you've been back in Florida. Or y'all have so much fun since you've been back in Florida. We do. We have a lot more fun, and even our family has said that they can just tell that we're happy here. So that's great to hear. Elaine says, finally experienced bad traffic for my first time today. It took 1 hour and 45 minutes. To get from one point to another, that usually takes a half an hour. Yeah, that'll happen. I ran into that today too from my way home from work. Coming from downtown Orlando to Claremont, 408 was really backed up. It usually takes me on the way home about 40 to 45 minutes today. It took me, wasn't horrible. It was just a little bit over an hour, but a little bit more backed up. GNS said, are unions big in Florida like Ohio? Not so much. There are unions here. The wages are so much less in unions here than what you would expect, or than what you would typically see in a place like in Ohio. So I feel like they're definitely not as strong. And I come from, my background was in the union, and ever since being in Florida, I haven't been. And Alicia says, can you still give a document that state how much you make to be qualified for a rental? Can you still give a document? Yeah. And Alicia, I actually for this house had to give my job offer letter that stated what I'm going to be making, and then they just did like a background and a credit check. But yeah, as far as a document stating what you're going to be making, as long as you have that job offer, they will accept that. It's not like you need to already be working and have the pay stubs. A job offer is good enough. Elaine says Parrish is really nice. It's good to hear. Poyita, did I say that right? Poyita says me and my couple are decided to move from Ohio June 2022. We're so done with this snow. We just having a hard time to rent without jobs, but money in pocket. Will lenders accept us without jobs? Typically, you're not going to get accepted without a job, especially with how competitive the rental market is right now. You're not going to get accepted without a job unless you have the full year of rent up front. So if that's something you have, definitely doable. That's what we did. When we first moved to Florida, we rented a house for 2 years. After those 2 years, the owner decided to sell the house. And just a month before they decided to sell, as you all know, I started working as a realtor instead of, I quit my full-time job as a project manager to work as a realtor. Self-employed with no income. So here we are. I didn't have a verifiable income at the time. Luckily, we had that backup in our bank account and were able to pay the full year up front. And that's how we got that house. Cheesehead says, I wanted to come to your rummage sale before you left us, but didn't get there. Jealous. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. There wasn't that much stuff there, so you didn't miss a whole lot. And not many people came there, so maybe you did miss a lot because there wasn't a whole lot that was sold. GNS says 30 to 40 an hour being a dump truck operator or a dump truck or operator. I don't know exactly what they make, so I couldn't tell you if that's attainable or not. I would just do some research, I guess, in Indeed and things like that and see what jobs are offering to pay for that. Miranda says, hi, recent subscriber. Thank you, Miranda, and welcome. I enjoy your videos. Would you be open to doing a house tour? I love seeing how far money goes in Florida, and it'll make viewers more excited for their upcoming move. I agree with that. It's something Lindsey and I have talked about. We'll see. We'll see for sure. We kind of did a photo house tour on our last home, or our 2 homes ago, I guess, when we first moved to Florida, way back in our videos, so you can check that out. But as you all know, rent prices have went up dramatically since then. You're welcome, man, Alicia. Anthony says, yes, we're going to Night of a Million Lights on Christmas. Fantastic. There's so much to do around the holidays. Busch Gardens has a great firework display for Christmas. Pro tip, Anthony. If you're going to Night of a Million Lights, okay, we went last year and we went this year. In our opinion, last year was way better. And let me tell you why. With COVID going on and being so fresh, they did not have their train ride through half of the park last year. So they opened it up to let you walk through it. Now, what's closed off for just the train ride this year is the part that has most of the lights, and honestly, in our opinion, it's the better half. So now this year, that's only accessible through like the train ride. The line was super long for that when we went. I'm assuming it'll probably be super long for Christmas, but I would definitely recommend getting in line for that and doing that, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot of the lights. And Alicia's in Ohio and tired of Ohio. Yeah, you're not the only one. Stacy says, hello guys, I finally caught a live. Happy to see you back in Florida. Thank you so much, Stacy. Kimberly says, not to be too specific, but can you discuss your budget? Cost of living is higher in Florida and your family is larger than some. What do you mean specifics on budget? I mean, as far as like what rents are, or what are you looking to know, Kimberly? And I can be a little bit more specific with you. Guys, make sure you give the video a like. Again, if you haven't yet, we would really appreciate that. And if you want to support the channel at no extra cost to you, again, you can go down in the description of this video. There's a link to Amazon that's going to bring you to a certain product. You don't need to buy that product. Just we would appreciate it if you're going to do any shopping on Amazon. You plan on doing shopping on Amazon, click that link and then do your shopping. And then we get a commission on things that you buy, no matter what it is. And we're going to use that money to go towards new equipment and take you to other cool places around the state and bring you new videos. Whitley, what is up? Not working tonight, Whitley? That's crazy. Catching you a little late, driving home from Disney. Okay, never mind. You were working. Welcome. Tanner says, I think she wants to know how much you're paying for rent for such a large family home. Our home is not that big, and we'll be completely open and honest. Our rent is $2,400 a month for a 4-bedroom. It's brand new construction. You can definitely find 4 bedrooms a little bit cheaper. Not a whole lot cheaper, really. I mean, there's lots of 4 bedrooms that are even more expensive. We feel like we got a fairly good deal for this house.
We love it here.
We love it. I'd say it's definitely fair market value right now. Like I said, I checked, and Lindsey's upstairs. I know she's listening, getting the kids ready. Lindsey, there's a house next door for rent. Did you know that?
Yep.
The house next door to us is for rent. It's 3 bedrooms and it is $2,400 a month.
Wow.
I'm not sure they're going to get that. That's a little high, especially for the size of the house. I think it's less than 2,000 square feet and it doesn't have a pool. But yeah, I think landlords right now just know that the market is hot and they're trying to get every penny out of all these renters. So be wary of that. Make sure you don't overpay for a house. Try not to put yourself in a position where you're desperate and just need something. We're lucky that things worked out for us. What is up, Fallon? Welcome. Jesus says, do you have a pool? We do not have a pool. Again, we're in a new construction community. I don't think any house in this whole community has a pool yet. And they're about to break ground on a community pool. So we don't even have access to a pool right now, guys. That is crazy to us because we love going swimming. And it has been so unseasonably hot here lately that I wish we had a pool. I mean, today it was like 83 degrees. Absolutely beautiful out.
It's going to be done in May.
It's going to be done in May, the pool is. So we'll enjoy it then. Whitley, only work Fridays through Sundays. Oh, okay, you guys went to Disney today. Sean took the day off so we could go see the Christmas decor at Magic Kingdom before Christmas. Well, you'll get to see it, right? But yeah, that's the day to go to Disney. Awesome. Karen says it's a great rental price. I've been looking in Palm Beach County and they're close to $3,000 a month. Yeah, like I said earlier, guys, the closer you get to the coast, more expensive things are going to be, for sure. Gina says, can me and my wife find homes or mobile homes on 1/4 to 1 acre for under $200,000 near the middle of Florida? It's going to be rural. Definitely going to be a rural area of Florida if you're going to find it for that price. Check up towards Ocala. I know there's a lot of country up there. Like horse ranching is big up there, so lots of open space. And you can probably find something up that area for near that price range. Fallon says we're always welcome at your pool. That's awesome. Thanks for the invite, Fallon. Poeta says any good app or web page to search for rents besides Zillia and Trulia. Zillia. I kind of combined the two there. Zillow and Trulia. I also like Realtor.com. Although lately it really seems like the inventory on there isn't very high. I'm not sure if they maybe up their prices to landlords to be able to advertise on the app. That's one I've used a lot in the past. But I also said that rent.com and hotpads.com have been great resources, and we found a lot of rentals on those as well. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. You know what I forgot?
We will have more amenities as well. Can you just say that too?
Oh yeah, our community, like we said, it's a new construction community. So yeah, we got a good rent price, and like we said, there's going to be an awesome community pool here, and they said there's going to be cabanas around it that they're going to build, so that's great. And there's going to be a park, and there's going to be gas grills around the pool. So there's lots of amenities that we're going to get access to here. It's just not right away. So I feel like getting in before the community was done has been an advantageous to us for sure. I have the kazoo. I'm not sure if I missed anybody. If you're new to our channel, when we do our lives and you make the move to Florida, as soon as you're here for the first time on a new live, you get the kazoo for you. Clara says, how are you guys liking your new area versus Claremont? Well, we are in Claremont, Clara. We love Claremont. We used to be in Davenport. Now, don't get us wrong, because we absolutely love Davenport. We have a video about how much we love Davenport, but we are loving Claremont so far too. It's just got a different vibe to it for sure. Davenport really seemed, maybe it was just the neighborhoods that we were in, but Davenport seemed like they had a lot more of the short-term renters. So it kind of didn't give off as much of a neighborhood feel, although we love the neighborhoods that we were in. It was like we had different people in this house this week, and then we had different people in this house this week. Here in this neighborhood that we're in, they don't allow short-term renters, so it definitely has a neighborhood feel, and that's something we were looking for.
Did you tell them the kids are absolutely loving school?
I see it's a question coming up, Lindsay.
I'm trying to help out while I'm rocking Bo.
Oh, she's rocking Bo upstairs, so I think she's reading ahead, but I haven't got to that comment yet. Nicholas says, leaving Wisconsin tomorrow morning and road tripping to Florida, spending 1 week in Daytona Beach to explore entire East Coast, then over to Fort Myers over Christmas weekend to explore the West Coast. Lucky you, Nicholas. That is going to be an epic road trip. It's supposed to be 85 degrees on Christmas Day here in Orlando this year, so enjoy the weather. It's going to be a welcome break from Wisconsin, that is for sure. Clara said, are kids liking their new school? Any differences you've noticed already? Kids are absolutely loving their new school. In fact, today Brody said something along the lines of he wishes it was not Christmas break.
Yeah, he said that 2 weeks is too long and he wishes that he had school tomorrow.
Guys, let me know if you can hear Lindsay, because I'd prefer not to repeat, I guess. But yeah, she said that 2 weeks, or Brody said 2 weeks was too long for Christmas break and he wishes he had school tomorrow. So it doesn't sound right. She said, have you noticed any differences yet? School, I guess. What do you think, Lindsay? Any differences?
Yes. I noticed a lot of difference with this school. I'm not having, knock on wood, any of the issues I had the first time around. The communication at this school is fantastic. They got the kids everything they needed right away. Very welcoming to the kids. The kids absolutely are adapting. Amazing.
They're very welcoming, and the school has been awesome to us so far. Both schools, because we have kids in the elementary school and kids in the middle school. Next year, Brody's going to high school, guys. That's crazy to think that I'm going to have a kid in high school. They've been so accommodating to us and so welcoming. We absolutely love it. Mario says, glad you're back in Florida. It felt weird that you guys were talking about Florida while not in Florida. Well, Mario, we always knew we'd be back. We didn't know it was going to be this soon. We're happy that it is, but thank you for the warm welcome. Jennifer says, is there any affordable apartment under $900 a month for single with one cat? Probably. It might not be in the best neighborhood, Jennifer. I was talking to a guy I work with today, a young guy, and he rents a 2-bedroom, I think, in Altamont Springs. I'm not sure if you're looking in like the Orlando or Central Florida area. He rents a 2-bedroom in Altamont Springs, which is a pretty good area, for $1,200 a month. So I think a 1-bedroom, you're probably right in that area, probably $900 to $1,000, I would think, would be a pretty decent area. Jessica says, hi guys, we're planning on moving to Florida by March. So good to see you all back. We miss seeing you. Thank you so much. And then Karen says 80 watching, only 13 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. You got to refresh your page, Karen, because on mine it says 53, which is still not enough. I think that like button needs to be smashed a little bit more. Would appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Gilby says in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. What are you doing there? Isn't Minnesota home? What's going on? Whitley says, always welcome at our pool too. Beach, then pool. It's a date, Whitley, for sure. Nicholas says, can hear Lindsay loud and clear. That is good to know, Lindsay. So you can just, she's up in our loft right now and shouting down the stairs. So it's good to know that she can still participate in the live without being right next to me. Again, next week, she's going to be here, right, hon? She must be in the bedroom, but she will be. Jesus said, would you guys consider doing a video showing us around Claremont or other towns? For sure, Jesus. If you haven't seen our channel before, I started when we lived in Florida last time, this series on our channel called City Snapshot. I did St. Augustine, I did Davenport, and I did Haines City. It's definitely something I'm going to continue doing. Claremont is probably next on the list. And I'm going to try to keep, doing towns every now and then. We are also going to be doing our beach reviews. Different series that you're going to see on this channel. We're going to continue doing and keep bringing you places. Kristen says, so jealous of the weather. School here had a 2-hour delay for snow and freezing rain. Another snowstorm coming this Saturday into Sunday. So happy for you guys. # welcome home. Thank you so much, Kristen. I remember those days very well. Do not miss them. We started getting back to our night walks a couple nights ago, and we love it. If you're not following us on Facebook, we found our first snake here in the new neighborhood. So, again, follow us on all of our other socials, and you'll see cool stuff like that. We got an Instagram, we have a Facebook, and we have a TikTok. So you want to follow us on all those. Allison says, can hear her, must be the baby monitor. No, I don't have the baby monitor down here because she's up there with the baby. She's shouting down the stairs, so that's what you hear. Fallon says, I'm hoping my oldest and Brody have classes together next semester, so happy the kids are happily adjusting. That would be fun. Thank you. Madison says, Madison moved from Madison a week ago, still in hotels awaiting house build delayed. Yeah, house builds are all delayed right now. I wish that they wouldn't be. I wish that our neighborhood would get done so that we could have the construction out of this neighborhood. How long are they saying that you have? They can hear you loud and clear, Lindsay.
Good.
Misadventure says, you were making me kick myself for not taking the plunge into Claremont in May. Yeah, you should have done it. Now the prices are just going up. If you did it then, you'd have a little equity, or you'd have a cheaper rent price, whichever one you choose. Andrew says, greetings again from New York. Love the videos. Glad you're back in Florida. Still trying to convince my wife to leave New York. Andrew, we can't force people, but you can show her our videos, and we can show her all of the cool stuff there is to do in Florida and why she should be here. Coco and Chris says, miss seeing Lindsay. How would you explain the Florida traffic? Depends where you're. What?
Claremont traffic. I don't have any issues ever.
Lindsay says she doesn't have issues with Claremont traffic, but so far she hasn't really tried getting out of Claremont.
Yeah, no.
So she can't really attest to that.
But like the everyday things, going to the grocery store, taking the kids to school, none of that is ever.
I think a lot of it is relative compared to where you're coming from. If you're coming from small town Midwest, where you got to pass a tractor on the highway every now and then, you're going to think the traffic here is pretty bad. If you're coming from a metropolitan area like Chicago or New York or anyway, Indianapolis, Nashville, any place like that, Atlanta, you're not going to think the traffic's bad. You're going to think it's pretty comparable to where you're at, probably less than a lot of those areas. Downtown Orlando and I-4 can get really congested sometimes, as can other parts of the state. But, there's a lot of people here, so it's to be expected.
Yeah, I was just talking about in town.
Yeah, in town, like if you're just doing local stuff, it's not so bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Gilby, road trip for gift for our grandson. Awesome. Good to see family, I bet. Allison says, wow, no baby monitor. Impressive. Yeah, well, she's up there with the baby, rocking him, so we don't need the baby monitor right now. We have one of those, what's it called, Lindsay? I don't remember what it's called, but we have one of the video ones that when we eventually next week do start doing our live shows, we're going to have him right on the video monitor right here. He's already going to be in bed and we'll be able to watch him sleep. GNS says, we all love watching you and Lindsey teach us about Florida living. Hope you and Lindsey are having a good week. We're having a great week. Thank you so. We hope you're having a great week. Clara says, you guys get a pub sub as soon as you get back. Clara, I go to Publix every day for lunch. I'm working in downtown Orlando right now, and there's a Publix right downtown, right next to Lake Eola Park. So almost every day I order my sub on the app before lunch, so I can get in there and don't have to wait in line. I can grab the sub, go check out, and I sit right there on a park bench overlooking Lake Eola, and that's where I have my lunch. It's been fantastic every day. Mario, where'd that go? I'm getting behind here. Mario says, planning on return to Florida by next summer. It feels weird not being there. Yeah, it did for us too. And Alicia says, Claremont is so beautiful. We would have to agree with that. Claire says, come to Parish, Ellington, Palmetto. We can help y'all, or we can host y'all. Bradenton is also close to us. We will definitely be making our way that way pretty soon. After the new year is when we plan on doing a lot of beach trips and things like that, Clara. But we'll definitely hit you up when we go that way. Glitch Mode says, glad to see you guys are back and doing videos again. Hope all is well. Wish you the best. Thank you so much. Joey says, hey, Dennis, love your channel. I'm Eric. I don't know if you're talking to Dennis and it's got a different channel, but me and my friend Afton want to move out there possibly this spring rental, possibly this spring. Rental first, any good areas near a zoo. We love zoos. Melbourne's got a good zoo. Tampa's got a good zoo. Naples has a good zoo as well, as far as I know. There's different like alligator farms and little zoos really all throughout the state. There's Wild Florida that has a safari right here on Central Florida in Kissimmee. So there's zoos all over the place, but I know for sure Melbourne, Tampa, and Naples have big zoos. Tracy says, I'm from Georgia, would like to move in the next year. I'm thinking about Lakeland. What's more spacious area of Central Florida with land? I don't want to live in a subdivision with an HOA. Around Lakeland, now you're getting closer to the coast. I would say like Riverview might be a little bit better area. Not better, I'm saying like more open area. Plant City, a little bit outside of Lakeland, a little bit more towards Central Florida. You're talking Plant City. What else am I thinking down there? Auburndale is down there. Outskirts of Winter Haven. Winter Haven's starting to get a lot more developed, but there's still some outlying areas in Winter Haven that aren't as developed. So somewhere around there, maybe. Yes, honey.
I'm gonna join you behind the screen because I'm feeding him.
Oh, okay. She's gonna join me behind the screen while she's feeding him. Jennifer said, how old are your children? Jennifer, we have 6 children. We have Brody, who's 12, Miles, who's 10, Maverick, who's 8, Lucy, who's 7, Sully, who's 5, and Bo, who is about to turn 3 months next week, right?
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Clara says, Railroad Museum is here. They do themed rides like Wild West Train Robbery. The kids would have a blast. I'm behind so much, but Clara, funny story. This is before I even knew Lindsey. I worked in a little theme park up in
Managua.
this was in between this was right after I graduated high school. I think I was still 17 though. I graduated when I was 17. But I worked in this little theme park up in Minocqua called Circle M Corral. Minocqua, Wisconsin is way north Wisconsin. And they had a little train ride there, and I had to dress up like a train robber and rob the train every day. So, funny story. Where did I go now? Oh man, I was so far back. Madison says they're not even saying at this point 1 to 3 months. That's how far back delayed your house is. That is crazy. I'm sure it's a material shortage. Seems to be every industry cannot get their hands on materials right now. Hopefully that gets better for you soon. Gina says, how much would you going for now? A lot. A 4-bedroom house similar to the one we're in right now is probably $350,000 to $400,000. 3 bedrooms you can probably get in new neighborhoods in Central Florida, I'd say for right around $300,000, maybe a little bit less if you don't have any upgrades. Christian says, check out Showcase of Citrus, buy a bag of hand-picked oranges and make your own juice. We've been there many times, Christian. That's one of our favorite places. We haven't been there since we've been back, but
I pass it every day.
we pass it every day on the way to the kids' school. You can even pick your own oranges there as well. And you know what? We're having some friends over for our Friends Miss this weekend, right, Lindsay?
Yep.
I got a 23-pound turkey, and I'm going to stuff it with some real Florida citrus. So they're in for a treat. PR says, you guys moved back with just an SUV. Didn't you have a big van before? Do you recommend that big can Ford Transit? When we lived in Florida last time, I got hit on I-4 and the Transit got totaled. We bought a Toyota Highlander then, which was also an 8-passenger, a little small for an 8-passenger in my opinion. I got hit in Wisconsin, got it totaled. And we now have
while I was in labor, start of labor.
Yeah, so that's a story for another day. But we now have the Suburban, and I swear, guys, I'm not a bad driver. Okay, it's just bad luck. But we have the Suburban, and since we moved here, I bought a car as well. Do I recommend the Ford Transit? We like the Transit. One thing we didn't like about it is it doesn't have. It's so basic. There's not like all the features. You know what I mean? Like our Suburban has TVs. It's got heated leather seats. It's got every option you can possibly want. A Transit is a person mover, and if you want room in the back to store stuff, it's got that. We definitely love our Suburban, I think, over the Transit, don't we?
Yeah, I miss the Transit on beach days.
Yeah, the Transit was nice because you could bring your whole garage to the beach. We got Stacy saying, finally broke a few years ago and have agreed to move to Florida. Just want to get my 30 years in at my job for my pension. Get that done, get down here, and have a great time, Stacy. Allison says, do you have scorpions there? Yes, but we've never seen one, right? I know that they're in Florida. Knock on wood, right? I know that they're in Florida, but we have not seen a scorpion as of yet. Fallon says Highway 27 is a bit dangerous though in Claremont, so be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's stupid drivers everywhere. I've definitely we saw a pretty bad motorcycle accident.
I'm just saying, I've noticed such a difference going to the kids' schools in Claremont than I did where we were in Davenport, where the kids, you know what I'm saying? What's that one road? Ronald Reagan. We were right smack dab where people wanted a vacation in Davenport. We love Davenport, but I'm saying on an everyday basis, I find it much easier to get around in Claremont than where we were located in Davenport.
Clara says Strawberry Festival and Florida State Fair are coming up. You guys gonna go? We should. I mean, we definitely should. State Fair is in Tampa. Strawberry Festival is in Plant City. Strawberry Festival is something that we've wanted to do ever since we lived here the first time.
Yep.
So like the last 3 years, and we've never made it. I think we should probably make it a point to try to get out there this year.
Definitely.
Sure. We got Sergio. What is up, Sergio? Long time, no talk. Did you try Portillo's? I'm probably saying it wrong. Portillo's in Orlando. Taste of Midwest with Chicago-style beers and Chicago-style hot dogs and cake shake. I have not, Sergio. Is it in downtown Orlando? Because if it is, I will check it out on lunch someday when I'm working. What?
You can't go to all these fun places without me. I'll have to come with you.
Should have to meet me for lunch. Sergio says Chicago-style beefs, not beer. Oh, damn. Well, you know what? I should be drinking beer on my lunch break anyway. So maybe I could do it after work and have Lindsey pick me up. I lost route with that. Oh, here we go. Clara says Naples Zoo was so nice, half the price admission versus Tampa Zoo. That's good to know. We haven't been to the Tampa Zoo or the Naples Zoo. We've been to the Melbourne Zoo, or Brevard County Zoo, whatever it was called. We had a membership for that. We really enjoyed that, but we haven't been to either Naples or Tampa Zoo. Doug said, I mentioned back in Live 42 a year ago that are moving down from Chicago. Been in Mount Dora since June 1st. We love the decision to move here. Well, you know what, Doug? Since we missed it, you get a kazoo. Congratulations. Mount Dora is a beautiful area and is growing fast. I'm glad that you love it. Kimberly says, what kind of things do you leave behind this time? How did you feel better prepared this time around? You know, it's funny that we're sitting here giving you guys advice, and we did like a shotgun move, and we don't recommend that.
No.
Although maybe it's best sometimes to just tear the Band-Aid off. How do you? What kind of things do we leave behind this time? Are you talking about what kind of things didn't fit the truck, or things that we decided not to bring? Because those are two different conversations. We left behind our washer and dryer.
Well, when we got back to Wisconsin, remember I got right back into the buying the inside stuff. Like
Yes.
all the toys.
Yeah, we thought we'd be there a little bit longer. All of you that have kids probably know Melissa and Doug like pretend things. She bought the clinic. She bought the diner.
vet.
She bought the vet clinic. She bought all sorts of stuff.
The grocery store.
The grocery store, yeah. So
those
we had
were the first things
all these
to go.
huge bulky items. First thing to go for sure.
Yeah. I would say that was one of the biggest things that we've learned. Like even our Christmases, since this will be our third Christmas in Florida. Like our Christmases are so different in Florida than they ever were in Wisconsin.
A ton different because we buy the kids outdoor stuff.
Yeah, like anyone that knows me knows I go big or go home when it goes to Christmas. And I bought so many inside things, so many just toys that the kids didn't even open that year, that were still in boxes from, the year prior. And you know what I mean? And like now this year, it's so much more intimate. It's so much more, everything is outside. It's all outside stuff. So I would say a lot of that stuff. You don't need to be bringing 18 of building blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that.
There's still boxes we brought this time that we didn't open in the garage. How do we feel better prepared this time around? Just knowing what to expect.
Yes.
To answer the second part of your question.
I know you're behind, but I do want to touch base on that one question that someone had about how I'm adjusting this time is way different. I was telling Eric, by this time, our first move, I had already lost it. And we're doing great. I mean, we really are. We're doing fabulous. Obviously, it's always going to be hard. A huge piece of our heart is always going to be in Wisconsin. That's where our family is. But this time around, we just know what to do. We know what to expect. And we're just happy to be back. So
that's the truth. Madison says started a new build 6 to 7 months ago in Palm Bay. Prices up over $30,000 more now than then. Exactly. I talked with our neighbor who built the house next door. And he said from the time he signed the contract to when he closed, he gained $30,000 in equity without even, just from that time. Annalisa, I lost Annalisa. Where'd she go? Right here. She said, make sure you go to the Strawberry Festival in March in Plant City. Yeah.
Yes.
We were just talking about that. Jennifer says, God bless your hearts, never a dull moment. For sure.
Oh my gosh.
There's never a dull moment in this
No.
house. Mario says, sounds like y'all are in Florida, heartland. Yeah, I mean, we're really in the heart of Florida, I guess, dead center in the middle. Clara says, new builds are taking longer. There's 8-10 month wait in our area. Sounds about
which is
right.
crazy because we will go to sleep and wake up and the house will have a roof
but
on.
that's because it's not that how long it takes them to build the house, honey. It's how long it takes them to get the materials. They ordered those materials probably 6 months ago and they're just getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting a pool built 1 to 1.5 years out. It's nuts. We decided to buy a resale home that had a pool already. We did not want to wait. I don't blame you, Clara. I did not hear anything about the wait times on pools, so that's good to know. Maybe that's why we haven't seen any pools in our neighborhood yet. What's up, Tonka? Tonka's in the house. Fallon says, gotcha, you braved the pickup line at the middle school. No.
No.
No. We have other plans.
Yeah. I did that a couple times, learned my lesson.
It's funny, Astro, I see your comment, says OBT in Orlando is sketchy. I think about, my mind is always going, okay? And I haven't been on TikTok like I want to be on TikTok because I like making TikToks. But I got one that I've been thinking about, and I'll give you guys a sneak peek right now. You know the song, You Down with OPP, right?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I want to do a You Down with OBT. And then show the sketchy things you see on OBT, because there's some crazy stuff going on there. And I think it'd be a pretty fun
TikToks are going to be a little different, though. I've banned him from wearing my clothes.
Yeah, I can't be a girl anymore. Jessica says, hi, Lindsey.
Hi.
Congratulations to you and Eric on your beautiful baby bow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
Jesus says, Lindsey, do you feel you need to leave Claremont for doctors for you and the kids, or are there options in town?
Actually, we went right back to, I love their pediatrician so much. I've always never had an issue with their pediatricians. And we do that in celebrations. So actually we picked right back up and we're able to get right back into their pediatrician. And like I said, that's in celebrations. And then
Celebration.
whatever. And then I love my internalist. Never had any issues with that office. It was my specialists that were really hard to find, like the cardiologist, the pulmonologist. But I actually went right back to my internalist in Orlando. So yeah, that's where I go.
So
I haven't.
She hasn't had.
No.
I guess there are options here. In
Oh
Claremont.
yeah,
There's
definitely.
a lot of options here in Claremont.
I'm just saying me personally.
We were already established at different
Yep.
offices in other areas, so we choose to do the drive rather than switching right now.
Yeah. There's the short answer I probably should have gave.
Astro says, I live in Palm Beach Gardens. That's awesome, man. Sergio says, do you guys convince any more family to move down with you guys? Moving away from family is tough. Yeah, it is tough. We're not all about that life, Sergio.
Oh my gosh, Eric.
We're not trying to convince people to move.
Yeah.
I guess we're just here to facilitate people that have already made the decision to move. If family wants to move down, we would be all for it. We're not going to go out of our way to say, hey, you guys, come on down here, because we don't want to make anybody feel guilty or feel like
pressure.
They have to move or pressure to move. Same with you guys. We're not here to convince you guys to move. We're here to facilitate.
And our families are very much Midwestern. I mean, they...
Yes?
I'll be right there. She wants help downloading Roblox.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be right there. Our family, would you say that? I mean, they love where we come from. I mean, they're happy and they like to vacation here. And we pick spots that our family loves to come to. So it works out. Best of both worlds. But yeah.
John says, congrats on the move back. Watched you guys 7 to 8 months ago from Maryland. Now watching from Florida.
Ooh.
Final walkthrough of our home is tomorrow. Congratulations. Where did you move to in Florida, John? Like to hear that.
You woke the baby.
Oh, I forgot the baby was asleep. Idiot. Astro says best cities for cheaper rent in Florida. Astro, anywhere you go, I mean, that's going to be cheaper rent is probably going to be a sketchy area. So, if you're looking for cheaper rent, it's going to be rural cities, that probably have a drug problem, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no way around that. But as far as like decent cities in Florida that have cheaper rent, I would say the Central Florida areas. If you're looking to move to Central Florida, you're looking at like Davenport. Claremont's a little bit more expensive than Davenport, but you go a little bit more rural than that, and you're gonna get down to like Winter Haven. Lakeland is a little bit better. North Florida has some other cities up there that are gonna have a little bit cheaper rent towards like Tallahassee. Tallahassee's not bad. It's a beautiful town with a lot of history up there as well. So cheaper rent are going to be in areas like that. The further you go south, typically the more the rent's going to be. Miss Adventure says, I know y'all just had a baby, but do you feel yourselves gravitating back towards a healthier lifestyle, being in the sun and warmth again? All I do is eat and sleep in the winter here. That's the truth, like in the wintertime in the Midwest, or you're cooped up in any northern state that has a bunch of snow, I feel like you just spend if you're one that craves the sun and craves the warm weather lifestyle, you're going to coop yourself up inside in the wintertime, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to eat, and you're going to sleep, and you're going to fall asleep at 6 o'clock at night with a bag of potato chips and a beer in your hand. I've been there. It's something that I've experienced that. But definitely living in Florida, we definitely live a healthier lifestyle. We go for walks every night. It's something we wouldn't be doing if we were in Wisconsin right now. That's undeniable right there.
I can tell you, just being in Wisconsin a few weeks ago, and already experiencing the gray, the gray every day, the cold, all that. Like, it's such a night and day difference to waking up here.
And
like, it's crazy.
Just seeing the sun every day, it puts you in a better mood. It's just a healthier lifestyle in general, I guess. I don't eat as much in the heat either, so that helps too. It's been freaking hot here.
I am so ready to get back to, like, how would you explain it? Pre-baby, and I think it's going to be so much easier to do it here. And live a better, healthier.
Oh, I lost my spot again. Frank says, I think it was Frank. Yeah, Frank says, I am a kitchen and bath designer and young man. You guys need a backsplash. Well, thank you, Frank. Again, it's a rental, so I'm not gonna.
It's
put my
got a little bit of a.
Oh yeah, it's just got the little granite backsplash.
It's just the granite one.
Thank you for realizing that, though. I would like a backsplash. Walter says, is my screen too small? I can hear Lindsay, but I can't see her. She's behind feeding the baby and patting him on the back right now. So, again, she'll be with the live videos starting next week. Guaranteed. Douglas says, I just like TikTok, but my wife loves it. What do you not like about TikTok, Douglas? I laugh my A off watching that. It's a family show here, by the way.
Yeah.
Mario says, I lived in a sketchy area in Jacksonville. Comedian Cat Williams talked about that. I'll have to listen to that.
What's the password for Roblox?
I don't know.
Ask Miles.
Jesse Andrea says, hello, do you need to have been 3 months on a new job in order to qualify for a place to rent? It depends possibly on what industry you're in. I think I talked about this a little bit earlier. Now, if you're just going to work a retail job, possibly, if you're on a salary job or something that is a little bit higher paying, all you're really going to need is that job offer letter saying, hey, we're going to hire them at this rate, and you can qualify for rent that way.
It's so much different getting a rental now than it was when we first moved here. Yeah. It's crazy.
3 years ago, when we first moved here, it was easy to get a rental.
Yeah.
Now it's like a competitive market, just like you're buying a home here. And Alicia says, yeah, Jacksonville is not for me. Another person says, Mario says, yeah, Jacksonville, you really have to do your research. Like I said, guys.
I've never been.
I've been in Jacksonvlle, and I know there's some areas, I think it's like Orange Park. I've done some jobs up there. There's some areas there that are not so good. Just like any metropolitan city, though. You're going to find good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, right? It's just like anywhere else in the U.S. John says Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch, from what I hear, is a great area. Sergio says, for sure, totally understand about not pressuring families. Sorry if it came off like that. No, it did not at all. I was just, it did not come off like that. I was just answering the question. Yeah, it's awesome. They have a great place to visit with people they love. Good deal. Yeah, for sure. And you know what? This new house that we're in has room for family to come visit. So we absolutely love that. Mario says, all my friends lived in nicer sides of Jacksonville, and they were shocked at how hood my area was. Yeah, like I said, you're going to try to find cheaper rent. Those are probably the areas you're going to end up in. What's up, Pigget?
Hey, Pigget.
Deja says, I stumbled upon your channel last winter. It literally brings me life.
Aww.
That is so inspiring. Thank you. I live in the Northeast, and our winters are cold, gray, and long. Hate it. Your family is so precious, and I love following along. Thank you so much. And again, there's so many more videos that we have in the works, guys. We just moved here, so bear with us. I tried to get some videos out during the moving process. It was so hard because we did it so fast, and
we were sick.
We were sick too, so it was hard to get those videos out. We're all better. We're back to doing our Thursday lives now. Lindsay's gonna join me on camera starting next week. We have what is it, Lindsay? 4 sit-down videos that we have all kind of planned out that we're gonna do. Try to get those out. Again, guys, I started a new job too, so I gotta make sure that I'm doing all my duties at that job. So it's gonna be in my downtime. We're gonna do these videos. We have places that we're going to be going and doing videos. We have full intentions to do our city snapshots. We have full intentions to do our beach reviews. We got so much stuff in the works,
And
guys.
one of the videos is going to. I always feel
Are
bad.
you gonna really like give it away right now?
No, I'm gonna give them like a
teaser?
a teaser.
A teaser.
That we feel so bad because we know that a lot of people have reached out to us and wanted to know, like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. What a crazy turnaround. You were there in Wisconsin for 8 months and then you're back. Like, what was a lot of people, how would you explain that? Just had a lot of questions on, like, what was the...
why did we move back, or what made us move back here? Right?
Yeah, and, like, all the feelings and everything that goes along with what has brought us to here now, and we're going to get, like...
We're bringing for the whole ride.
Yeah, we're going to get down and we're going to...
Get dirty.
We're going to just break all that down and really just, yeah. So that's a video I'm actually really excited.
And Alicia says, that sounds like me and I gained weight. Shake my head. LOL. I don't know what we're referring to there. I'm so far behind. Astro says, prompted to go live in Palm Bay, Florida. There you go. Do it up. PR says, don't hype it up too much. Too many people moving south. Yeah, like we said, we're just here to facilitate those that have already made the decision.
Yes.
You know? PR says in 10 years it'll take 2 hours to get to work. No, they're building new roads too. Part of the problem, PR, is that Florida, Central Florida, and a lot of other areas in Florida grew too fast. So the roads that were already pre-existing are being used to facilitate everybody that's driving to and from work and wherever they're going for leisure. That's why you see so much road construction in Florida, is they're trying to build all this to accommodate everybody that's moving in. So
or travelers.
2-lane roads are turning into 4-lane roads. 4-lane roads are turning to 6-lane roads. They're building new roads to get from point A to point B to make it easier for everybody. So it's going to take a little time for all that to get done, but the traffic problem is going to be one that eventually gets leveled out. Excuse me, I got a bubble in my throat. Astro says rent rates are going up to almost $2,000 a month where I am. For what, Astro? For how big of a place? Piggott says, well, when are we getting a reveal of all the kids on the live? On the live, the kids don't come on the live very much, but we just did a video of Snowcat Ridge where we went snow tubing. You can go see all the kids on that one. Kim says, since moving to Boynton Beach and driving on 95, I've watched people drive like I could never even imagine.
Yep.
To be fair, their driving is horrible on the regular roads too. P.S. I didn't get the kazoo. Whoa, what was that? There's a special kazoo for you. By the way, Kim, thank you. Claire says, renting is crazy now too. People's leases up for renewal and it goes up hundreds, or owners sell property and they have short notice to move out and find a new place. It's hard for some. Yeah.
You guys, people were getting into bidding wars.
People were getting into bidding wars on
over
rentals.
rentals.
Like if a rental price was $2,000, there'd be someone saying, "I'll pay $2,200."
Yep.
I'll pay $2,300. You know, like people were bidding on houses for rent.
It was insane.
Crazy. And got to laugh at our not last landlords, but previous landlords before that, our first house, who sold the house in, what was it, January of 2020? Right? Yeah. No, January
21.
January 2021. If they would have held on a little bit longer, they'd make another $50,000 on that house for sure. So
to be fair, he was rounding the corner to 100. So
yeah, he was pretty old. Astro says, at Kim, I have to drive down Boca Raton for school, and I-95 is bad. Yeah. Miss Adventures, I feel a little more stuck in Illinois since I just bought my house in June. Going to wait to move to not have to pay capital gains on my greedy state. I was just talking to you about that. Yeah. Sometimes it's better just to wait it out. Clara says rent near beach towns and community will always be a lot more. Astro says, okay, so he's the one that said that rent was approaching $2,000, and that's for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath.
Oh my, where?
Boynton Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I believe it. I mean, it's crazy.
You're welcome, Kim. Finally got your kazoo. Douglas says I-4 is crazy to drive through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. It depends what time of the day. 3 o'clock in the morning ain't bad.
Well, I remember, remember Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, he was the president in the 80s.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That road, whatever. Having to take that all the time. I remember around this time of year, having to go to school, how much extra we would have to leave early because of all the snowbirds
Oh my gosh.
and coming down here. I mean, it was just crazy. So where we're located now, I don't know. I stay in my little bubble here, you know, go to the grocery store, go to, you know, that kind of stuff.
You go to the grocery store?
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just like right in our little community. And it's just so much nicer. You know what I mean?
It is.
I don't have to leave the house 20 minutes prior to the kids being to school. Like it's really
5-minute
nice.
drive,
yeah.
Right. Jennifer says, what is the new driving permit age in Florida? I don't even want to think about that.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that because we got a kid approaching that age and he's not getting it until he's 18.
Yeah,
So.
I already told him that. You're not driving on these Florida roads.
No, that's all joking aside.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's a new permit age. If there,
I know they did in Wisconsin. They changed it.
Brody kept telling us that he's only like a year away. I'm like, dude, you're 13. Like,
I
stop.
know, but I think they're saying like, what is it, like 15 now or something?
I don't know. It was always 15 and a half in Wisconsin.
What are you looking for?
PR says Florida is 30% smaller than Minnesota area-wise. You guys just saw Miles across the screen. Say hi, Miles.
Hi.
Florida is 30% smaller than Minnesota area-wise and has 25 million people versus 6 million in Minnesota. I'm worried Florida will get really congested. Is it really 30% smaller than Minnesota, though? Is it? Because I feel like Florida's a big state. Florida takes like 7 hours to drive from north to south. I get that it's only a couple hours wide.
Yeah.
I'd be really interested to know if that's true, that it's 30% smaller. And you got to think of all the rural areas that you have in Minnesota. You know, it's just like Wisconsin, Iowa, places like that. Tons of rural areas. And there is so much area in Florida that's still undeveloped. Now, a lot of it can't be developed because it's swampland. But still a lot of room for growth in Florida.
But just as many people, like, there's people leaving here too.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's always people leaving.
I forget what the stat is, but I'm just going to throw something out there. Don't quote me on this because it's probably not true. But
Then why say it?
no, I'm just saying it's something like 30 or 40% of people that move to Florida end up moving out of Florida. Like it's somewhere in that area for sure.
Yeah. I mean, people leave too, so.
PR said, what car insurance you guys found best deal in Florida? You know, I'm going to have to shop around again because we just bought a new car. We found that Geico was the best. Now, I'm not really impressed with what I'm paying now for 2 cars versus 1 car, especially since we lowered the minimums in Florida are less than the minimums in Wisconsin. Now, I'm not all the way down to the minimums, but we lowered what our coverage is, and our price has more than doubled here in Florida. So I'm gonna have to shop around a little bit. Elaine says, if you rent here in Lakewood Ranch, our apartment is charging $2,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath.
Oh my gosh.
But for brand new renters, yeah, you know, it's like Lakewood Ranch is expensive. It's, you know, a suburb, kind of a suburb, but of Sarasota, it's a little bit east, but it's known to be a little bit more of a pricey area. Jesus says, are you nervous of Brody learning to drive in Florida?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
1,000%.
1,000 times yes. Colleen says, will you give us a house tour?
I'm sure. I heard that someone else asked about that too.
The people want to see the house.
I know, I just get, it's not showing it. It's just.
It's not that we don't want to show the house.
Yeah.
It's a little
bit like, I love this house. I want to buy this house.
We want to do it. We're 100% transparent guys, okay? So we want to do it, but it's like almost like a safety thing too. Like we don't want everybody knowing the layout of our house, I guess. Not that you're going to know where our house is. But we'll figure something
We'll
out.
do something for sure.
We might like show a room and then show another room. We might not like bring you through the house. You know what I mean? We can definitely do something.
But we will definitely do something. I'll come up with some idea. It would probably be after we have so many get-together with friends coming up.
That's something we're doing differently this time.
Oh my goodness, guys. I love it.
We're putting ourselves out there because we've said before, we've usually been a pretty private family. You know, we don't put ourselves out there. We're opening our box. That sounds bad.
Yeah, it does. Close the box, open something else.
We're closing the box. We are opening ourselves up. we're opening ourselves up and putting ourselves out there and allowing ourselves to have get-togethers with friends and things like that. Make friends with other adults, which is scary. You know, it's scary out there. But we're allowing that, and it's been great.
It's been so good. It's been so nice to have friends that have children our ages that hit it off. Kyle, if you're out there, Amanda, if you're out there. It's been, I'm telling you guys, that is the way to go. Don't make the same mistake we made the first time around. You need to open yourselves up. You need to get friends that become family and grow that support system around you. It makes 1,000% difference.
Yeah, definitely grow that support system. Oh, you're shaking the tail.
I know.
Miss Adventure says, I find myself torn between wanting to save money and move, but also wanting to spend all my vacation time there too. That's a real problem, Miss Adventures. You know, it's like, what do? You know, you want to be in Florida, you miss it, so you fill your itch, you scratch your itch by coming here, but then you're setting yourself back thousands of dollars of your goal of moving here. What are you talking about? Give me that.
You should tell them too that when we were in
You're right, you can tell them.
When we were in Wisconsin, remember when we had that conversation where we almost avoided looking at pictures of Florida?
Yeah, like yeah, it was hard because we missed Florida so much. I unfollowed like some Florida pages on Facebook because I'm like, I don't want to see this because I miss it so much, and it's just
was hard.
It's gonna make me mad, you know. So
it was hard.
It was hard, but you know, then we all kind of got together as a family, and we're like, you know what, I miss it. And you're like, you miss it? I miss it. I miss it too. You know,
like the kids. I mean, the amount of times that we had to talk to the kids because they'd come to us, you know, and this is where they, you know.
Here we are.
So.
Astro says, I'm going to end up moving out of Florida into South Carolina anyways in the next year. I'm sorry to hear that, but if it's good for you, it's good for you. Astro says, get State Farm. I pay $130 a month for how many vehicles? Nature says, yeah, but for every 10 people that move out, there is just as much moving in. Yeah, probably, you know, but that's just keeping this population steady then, you know. Obviously, Florida's population is growing. I don't think it's the fastest out of any state. I think there is, I forget what other state it was. It's been a while since I've looked up this stat, but I think there's another state that's growing faster than Wisconsin.
Florida.
Wisconsin's not growing that fast. Than Florida. Lindsey.
Sorry.
Madison says, try Liberty for car. Got a quote today, and it was great. Okay, definitely gonna have to do that. Stay safe to many crazies out there. Yeah. Whitley says, I can't wait to get together with y'all again, hopefully soon.
Yes, Whitley.
Yeah. New Year's, right? Kim says, the sweetest little sound. Oh, they're hearing Bo. It's talking. Yeah, Astro, one car. Okay, one car. You know, I was paying I think in Wisconsin for full coverage on the Suburban, we were paying like $120 something a month. But now, Lindsay, I don't even know if you know this, but now with 2 cars for full coverage, we pay like $300 a month for car insurance.
That's crazy.
I know, over 300, I think. Misadventure says, I was wondering how the kids took to going back to their old friends and then leaving them again.
Like I said before, I mean.
Here, can I jump in?
Sure.
I feel like Brody's the only one that really went back to old friends. I feel like
the little ones had to start over.
Miles was 9 years old going back to Wisconsin. He hadn't been there since he was just turned 7, right? Or even before that.
Like first grade.
Yeah, so he didn't remember his old friends. Miles is our second oldest. All the other kids before him didn't remember old friends. They started over, so it wasn't.
Maverick was in kindergarten.
So if we want to just talk about Brody, who went back to old friends and had to leave them again, Brody was our child who honestly wanted to move back to Florida more than any other child.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. He obviously misses
his
friends.
He still talks to them every night.
Yeah, he talks to his friends from Wisconsin every day. So thank God for Xbox and
yes.
cell phones because we're in that era. But he misses them. He still talks with them, so it's not that huge of a deal.
But we are lucky in the sense that our kids adapt very well, and they, what would that be? Like they just adjust so well. I mean, the second day of school, I'm picking them up, and can't talk fast enough about all their new best friends and this one, and they're already getting invited to birthday parties and and all that. I think the little ones, and obviously Brody and you and I, the hardest thing is always going to be family in Wisconsin. That's a hard,
But our family, I feel like
they're so supportive.
Our family, the second time around, is more supportive than they were the first time.
Everyone, once we finally made the decision within our family, everyone was kind of like, we saw that. Saw that kind of coming, you know?
I think, and everybody that we talk to, like family back in Wisconsin, tells us how much happier we look here. Not just me and Lindsey, but the kids too.
Yes.
Elle says they're asking for my offer letter for renting a home. That's pretty standard. And your employer should have no problem. If you don't have a formal offer letter, they should have no problem giving you one, because they want you to make sure you have a home to move here so that you can work for them. So pretty standard. Astro says we're getting the snowbird influx here. He's in Boynton Beach, so you're gonna get that. Madison says Liberty quoted me less than I was paying in Wisconsin. So
wow.
I raised my eyebrow to that a second ago while I was reading it while Lindsey was talking, because that intrigued me. It's something I gotta look at. PR says Florida is the fastest by number of people moving in, but percentage of people moving in is Utah. Thank you for that. Douglas says, how did cost you transfer your license and your plates over to Florida? Again, Lindsey actually never transferred her license from Florida to Wisconsin, so that was free for us to get Lindsey a Florida license, because she never got a Wisconsin license. We have not transferred our plates from Wisconsin to Florida yet. Legally, you have 30 days to do so. Same with the license. I still have a Wisconsin license, but we can tell from the first time we moved, if you're transferring yourself and one vehicle from one state to another, from one state to Florida, the tags on one vehicle and your new license in Florida is going to run you about $450
per vehicle.
Like I said, for one person and one vehicle.
Oh.
So if you have two people and two vehicles, you're looking at about $900. Almost caught up, Linz. Claire says, yeah, we're going to go for a night walk for sure. When our daughter gets to high school, she's going to drive our golf cart on the sidewalk. Her school is half a mile from our neighborhood.
That is awesome.
I was actually talking to somebody at work today. I want to get a golf cart in this neighborhood. I think that'd be fun.
Tell them that when we go to the grocery store.
You can tell them.
There's parking spots for golf carts at the grocery store.
Parking spots.
You just see golf carts. He's tooting.
Oh, it's tooting. Nick says, how to convince my wife to move to Florida. We live in northern Indiana and I love the hot weather. How does she feel about the hot weather, Nick? Again, we're not in the business of convincing people to move to Florida, although I think if they watch our channel, they might be convinced. So have her watch us.
We're here
have her watch us.
Yeah.
And you guys have a conversation about it, you know?
And if she ever wants to talk to me, I'm here.
Lindsey's down. She's a talker.
Is that funny, Bo?
Where'd I go? Oh, man. Oh, Thiago's just agreeing with Nick. And then Shelby says, hey, guys, how is the family? Glad you guys are back in Florida. Thank you, Shelby. Our family's good. How's your family? Let me see him. The people want to see Bo.
Fix the back of his hair.
Look at this guy. Here he is.
Bo!
Can you see yourself?
Who is that? Can you smile? Can you smile?
He's just looking at himself.
Can you smile?
This is Bo.
Hi.
Kim says the tag registration is based on weight of vehicle. I think you're right about that, but I don't think it fluctuates that much. Jesus says, how often does family visit?
So my dad is here right now.
Yeah, Lindsay's dad is actually down in Venice right now.
He'll be here for, is that like 6 weeks?
He won't. Yeah, he'll just make a brief
Yeah.
stop up by us.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna.
He had his vacation planned prior to us moving back to Florida.
Your parents will
We
be
are
down.
getting flooded with little kissy faces and heart emojis.
I don't know if any of you follow, but if you guys know Nana and Papa, but
Who follows Nana?
no, I'm saying like they're always on our chats.
Oh, gotcha.
So they were down last year, probably. I mean, how many times would you say? I mean, Nana and Papa come here all the time.
At least twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my parents probably good for once a year.
Yep. But longer stays.
Yeah. We got Oz, adorable. Hi, Bo. Hi there, cutie. So adorable. He looks like Sully. Yes.
Yes.
Lindsay, go get that picture. OMG, so cute, so precious. You guys, now I have to have another baby. Yeah. Bo is supposed to be sleeping right now, but
This is him when he's a little bit bigger though.
yeah, check out this. This is a picture of Sully.
But this is when
know.
Sully's bigger.
I know he's a little bigger, but he so looks like a Bo.
Can you see
You
it?
guys see? I hope so. I can't see the camera right now, so I'm hoping that it's showing up good on there. But that is our Sully at Marco Island. So
And their baby pictures side by side, you honestly like they're spitting in.
oh yeah, you can see it on there. I can see. Yeah.
Did you tell them that Sully got his hair cut?
Oh yeah, Sully. None of our kids have long hair anymore. By the way, none of our boys have the long hair. Sully and Maverick were the last ones, and they just got their hair chopped off today. So
They look so cute with their
no
little
more,
boy
no more
haircuts.
ponytails. No more surfer dude hair right now.
They're gonna have the
It's-
little wave.
They're gonna have a little wave, yeah, but it's been so hard to upkeep, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just to the point where I can't cut it anymore.
Yeah.
So we took them in and they got their short hair now.
Hi.
Want to say bye and go back to my mom? Say bye. Look at.
Look here.
Give her a
Goosh, goosh, goosh. My TikTok girl I follow.
Alright, there he goes.
Kill me a chubba wubba.
Alright. But yeah, guys, we again, I'm gonna say it again. Not trying to be a broken record here, but if you want to support the channel, no cost to you, go to Amazon. The link in our description down below. It'll bring you to just a product that's on Amazon. But if you plan on doing any other Amazon shopping, just click that link first. Do your shopping on Amazon. A percentage of be able to have us buy new equipment and go check out other new cool areas in the state so we can keep bringing you these videos that you guys love to watch. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not. If you're watching this, you're not subscribed. What are you doing? Really? I mean, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Give the video a like. And everyone's saying Sully or Sully. I always do that.
I know you do.
Bo's-
Well, I call
Bo's
Bo
adorable.
Blue.
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from.
Lindsay calls Bo Blue, which was our bunny's name. So I mean, she's got her really confused. At least I'm calling him our last born son. You know. You're so welcome, Jennifer.
You my boy Blue.
You my boy Blue. We're gonna go for a night walk, I think, to get Sully.
Oh my goodness.
To get Sully to sleep. Sully, you gotta go to sleep. To get Sully to sleep, Bo asleep.
We'll just start doing numbers.
The
Number
kids-
6.
Yeah, number 6. You're up. The kids are off of school starting tomorrow. That's one cool thing about Florida.
Oh yeah.
Well, might be cool. Depending on your thoughts, I guess. Florida starts school like the second week in August, but they have like all these breaks throughout the year.
Yeah.
So Christmas break starts tomorrow and it goes through New Year's. So the kids have more than 2 weeks off of school, which is great for Lindsay, right? It brings stay-at-home mom of 6 kids to a whole nother level, that's for sure.
No, we're gonna do fun stuff, right, Bo?
What are you guys gonna do?
We got cookies that we're gonna make. We're gonna be outside.
Yeah, that's one nice thing. You can be outside, right?
You know?
All right. last thing here. Clara says tag registration can have discounts. So check tax collector website on fees. We had massive discount for disabled veteran registration and plates. Really help. Cool. Good to know. All right. So we're going to end it, I think, right? We are hopefully going to film a video this weekend.
Yes, we will.
Again, we have friends coming over. So
Say that again.
we have friends coming over.
We have friends.
We have friends. I know. Like, I feel like an adult, you know? Actually, no, I don't feel like an adult. I feel like a child. We have friends coming over this weekend, but we do have, like I said, videos planned out in the works. We have places that we're going in the works. Lindsey's got to make a few phone calls.
I do.
That's her job. Get on it, woman.
I will get on it.
She's got a few phone calls to make. We got cool places we're going to be going. So lots more videos coming up on the channel, guys.
Oh, we have an overnight too. We have an overnight somewhere. Remember?
Oh yeah, I booked so many hotels in the past that I have a free hotel night on Hotels.com. So we are going to book an overnight stay, probably maybe the weekend after New Year's,
And
something
take
like that.
them with us.
The kids?
Them.
Oh,
them,
you
yeah.
guys.
And the kids, I guess.
So we're going to go someplace cool, someplace new. I think we should go, right?
Yeah, we should.
I mean, so I got a free Hotels.com night, so we're gonna go do that. Probably take you guys to a beach town. Hopefully, in that beach town, be able to do like a city snapshot as well as a beach review. That would be awesome. Maybe even do a live. But again, Lindsey, you hear it from her mouth right now, is gonna be on the live next week.
Yes.
Maybe even this weekend we'll go live and do something cool, right?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Things could get crazy.
You
We
sounded
could.
so Wisconsin right there. Who knows? You know, who knows? Who knows what we're gonna do? We could be drinking beers, you know?
You know?
You know? Great live. Good night. Thanks for another great live. Have a good night. Claire says we bought a used golf cart, fixed it up and love it. We have street legal ones, so we had to pay register, but worth it. I
Aw.
want to know quick, Claire, how much was that golf cart?
He can do the outro with you.
All right, you want to do the outro, big guy? You're so big. You're so big. All right.
Boo!
Annalicia says I'll be going to Trader Joe's for some beer. Yeah, you know what? You can. It's a guarantee that we're live on Thursday nights right here on YouTube. From here on out, unless like something happens, right? Like there
Let's
could
not
be-
think that way.
Well, no, I mean there could be something going on. Who knows? Clara, I expect an answer on that golf cart. Maybe a message after we're done being live. You know. Who
Clara,
knows?
we should meet up.
We've talked about that during this live already. Where were you?
Where was I?
I don't know.
I don't know, just feeding kids,
Yeah.
you know.
Nick says great live show. Love the videos. Bo,
This
take him to the outro, bud. Bo says, "Thank you guys so much for watching, and
we will see you next time.